What's up YouTube, it's your boy Muhammad back with another video with the channel Mr. Top 10 Cents. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 best purchases of 2018 so far. Before I get started, let me share my scent of the day. This is Salvatore Ferragamo's Uomo. It has like some coffee and some citruses and a little freshness up top. Smells really good. Great for the winter. The ladies love it. This is when you want to smell delicious. Salvatore Ferragamo's Uomo. So let's start off the list. Coming in at number 10 is YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Eau Electrique. This doesn't get a lot of talk in the community. It was reviewed by a few people when it first came out and they dismissed it and never heard of it again. I don't know why. It has that Versace Eros vibe. Great fragrance. La Nuit de l'Homme Eau Electrique. Coming in at number 8 is going to surprise some of you guys. This is a cheapie but goodie to me. This is Armaf Le Parfait. $18 for this 100 ml. Look at the presentation. It's magnetic. Sprayer is amazing. Smells so good. It's green Irish tweed with an Aventus opening. It's not super synthetic, which I'm just amazed by it. It doesn't last long. Lasts about 5 hours, but who cares? $18. And look, they made it into a carrying case for you guys. Just throw this bitch in your back pocket like a wallet. I mean, can't get better than that. Just keep spraying it. Who cares? $18. Armaf Le Parfait. Number 8. This is a fragrance that I've been trying to get for a while, but I could never find it in stock. And I heard it was discontinued or was going to be discontinued. I wasn't sure, but I needed it in my collection and I finally found it and pulled the trigger, guys, and I'm so happy I did. This fragrance is Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Dior is just known for that beautiful vanilla that they make, and they add rum in it with that Fahrenheit DNA, and the petrol vibe is kind of toned down. You really don't get any of that harsh gasoline vibe from the Violet Leaf. I'm not sure if it is discontinued. I know it's not available in the US. It might still be available overseas, but still pick it up before it's all gone, guys. Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Number 7 is another cheapie, $30. Lasts 7 hours on my skin, smells amazing. My wife loves it. Can't go wrong. That's why it's in this list. This is Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Extreme. The original First Instinct, Jeremy Fragrance talks about it a lot. That gin and tonic, fresh, sweet, summer scent amps it up, makes it a little stronger. As far as I know, I never smelt the original one, but from what I hear, it's basically the same scent, just a little high end of the performance is better. Great fragrance, $30, Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct. Number 6, I just did a fragrance haul and a first impressions video on this. And I started testing it and wearing it more and more, and I'm really digging this fragrance, guys. This is probably one of the cheapest fragrances that this niche house has to offer. A lot of people dismiss it because they say it's a designer fragrance in a niche line, which for some reason a lot of people in frat comp do not like that. But me, you guys know I love designers, I love mass appealing fragrances. So if I could find a niche fragrance that has natural ingredients but still smelling mass appealing and designer-esque, man, I'm jumping on it. And this fragrance is Amoris Homme by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Some say this is a Paco Rabanne 1 million niche version, but to me, I just get a lot of airy freshness with a little sweetness in the background. This supposedly has some coffee and some oud and some woods. I don't get any of that. I mean, even in the dry down, I sprayed it and I was smelling it constantly, trying to see the transitional phase of gourmand that I see in the note breakdown, but I just don't get it, guys. I don't know. It's a fresh summer fragrance to me. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my bottle, maybe a different batch, who knows? You guys let me know in the comment section. Do you guys get a gourmand oud vibe with this? Because I don't. Anyways, number 6, Amoris Homme by MFK. Number 5 is something that I hyped myself up for. I've been waiting and wanting to get this fragrance because its predecessor was just my signature scent, you could say. I wore the crap out of it. I already ran through a bottle and almost ran through another bottle. And if you have a collection like mine, where you have a bunch of fragrances running through bottles is just, it's a lot. So when they released this flanker, I had to jump on it, and it did not disappoint me, guys. This is Prada L'Homme Intense Suit and Tie fragrance. This just takes that sophisticated, soapy, clean Prada L'Homme scent and just amps it up with some real heavy, dense patchouli and some leather. Just makes it darker, richer, and it lasts longer. 10 hours on my skin easily. Prada L'Homme lasts amazingly well on my skin as well. 8 hours, but this just lasts a little longer and it smells terrific. Prada L'Homme Intense. Number 4, needs no introduction, Pineapple Vintage Intense. It's kind of like a Ventus, not at the same time, because I don't get a lot of the apple and the lemon and the rose and the vanilla. I just get a sweet, tart, fresh, juicy pineapple, and it dries down to some birch and ambergris. That's what I get. If I had to choose between a Ventus or this, I would choose this. Smells better and performs better on my skin. Pineapple Vintage Intense. Anyways, number 3, again, needs no introduction. The next 3 really don't need any introduction. I've talked about them to death. This is one of my favorite designer fragrances. It's my signature scent. I've worn it so many times, almost ran through half of the bottle already in a couple months. Great fragrance. Doesn't get a lot of talk in the Fragcom, but I'm here to change that. You guys need to go check it out. It's Invictus Aqua, infused with Prada L'Homme and Dior Sauvage. That's just a banger in my opinion. YSL Y. Made my most worn fragrances 2 months in a row. And the opening is amazing. It's just hands down amazing, guys. Soapy, clean, sweet, fresh, all in the bottle. Great fragrance, YSL Y. Number 2 is the only niche on this list. I could have made a top 10 just on this house. I didn't want to saturate the list, that's why I only picked one, which is my favorite one, and I included it in the number 2 spot. This is Parfums de Marly Layton. It has some apple and some bergamot and some other fruits in the opening, some nice florals in the mid, and has some woods in the end. This is a very versatile, sexy, sweet, fresh, fruity, gourmand fragrance, all in a bottle. Lasts for a very long time, 8 hours to 10 hours, projects like a monster. This is a projection king, Parfums de Marly Layton. Number 1, I'm sure all of you guys know what number 1 is because it hasn't shown up on this list yet, and you guys know how I feel about it. This is easy. When I made this list, this is the first fragrance I grabbed and I put at number 1 because it's a no-brainer to me. This is Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. This is a masterpiece, guys. Masterpiece. It has the opening resembling Salvatore Ferragamo's Uomo just a little bit. Like maybe the first 5 minutes, it smells so identical, but then it just goes in totally different directions. This goes into like a plum, hazelnut, creamy, woody dry down, and Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo goes into a thick, dark, coffee, tiramisu vibe. Totally different. But anyways, this just smells amazing. Guys, get your nose on this. This is not a bad fragrance. Just because a reviewer says it's not all that good, it's generic, it's blah blah, doesn't mean you gotta deprive yourself of having the experience of smelling this and making a choice for yourself. Anyways, that wraps up my top 10 best purchases of the year 2018. What is your top 3 best purchases of the year so far? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys with another one. Peace.